everybody. Happy evening. So yeah, what am I gonna do? I haven't really been food prepping the way I should. I'm going to make a cabbage stir fry, okay? So the first step for making my lovely little cabbage stir fry is gonna be this. I'm gonna cut up a purple onion, and I've been eating on this lovely grapefruit because today I haven't really ate. Like I've been hungry, but I haven't really ate like I was planning to eat. But anyway, lovely, lovely grapefruit. It's so good. So I'm going to chop up my onion. And it's a good onion when it's purple. Okay? Purple onions are just delicious. They're the best. Well, they might not be the best for you, but I need to find some plain onion recently. And I'm like, I don't know why. I like my purple onion the best. My purple onion is my favorite one. I should stick with him. Stick with the onion you like, And I always my eyes start watering when I cook an onion. I can't avoid it. Like, there's all these different tips, like, freeze the onion for 20 minutes. Well, I don't always have time to freeze an onion for 20 minutes when I decide to start cooking. I'm organizing a little bit as I go because I know like some fast cook. Some people are really fascinated about cooking. When I finally get started, I just get started and I go at it, okay? That's how I do it. I'm going to drink some coffee because I've been finally getting around to making some coffee this evening. So we have some coffee. And then my favorite kind of, I should have went to the store. It's another one of those days when I didn't go to the store like I should have. My favorite non-dairy milk, the coconut milk. It's just the best. It really is. I love coconut milk. Pour some in there. I want to make it a little bit more. It's like so Starbucky. This one is a really good coconut milk. This is an unsweetened coconut milk. This one only has 40 calories, so it's a little bit like on the lighter side. I really like this one. I like this one. It's not as heavy. That's really good. Anyway, I need to get chopping my onion. And then as I chop my onion, I just make sure that I took off all the outer layer of skin. Sometimes I leave too much on, I think. I don't think it's really going to kill you or anything. Like if you eat the outer layer of the onion skin, I think it's probably just better to take it off, if you can, to dispose of it. Finally getting around to cooking, I'm like, I don't know what has been up with me today. I've just been a sleepy time tea friend. Like I did some laundry, but then around 4 o'clock, I'm like, I am tired. I want to take a nap and watch Magnificent Century. So I did for an hour. And then, And then I just did miscellaneous things, and it got later and later and later. Now it's 8 o'clock, and I haven't really eaten much today, except for a grapefruit and some peanut butter. Whatever. Let's go to town shopping. So, I was thinking about making this pan for my rice, so I should get my rice started while I'm doing this. I'm going to cook some. Well, first I'll just kind of rinse them out. And look, I have my superhero rice. He's not a superhero, but there was this old mask that I had a long time ago that never really fit. I think it was like a child mask or something. I don't know. So I thought, well, rather than waste it, why don't we just turn it into a mask? the rest of the rice. My mom and I have a disagreement on this. She's like, oh, you should only cook a tiny portion. But yet she's always like, yes, you should meal prep. Because I don't know, like good for them. They eat like the tiniest little portion. But if I want it to last for days and then I can come in the middle of the week and I want something to eat, I'm going to make a big batch of it. Okay? It's just how it's going to be. You don't have to eat it, but I'm making a big batch of it. Okay? So yeah, I'm going to do my favorite thing where I just boil rice. And this may not be the best way to make rice, but it's super darn easy to boil rice. It just is, okay? Like, I know, like, all the rice connoisseurs are going to be like, oh my God, you have to make it a certain way. I just boil it. It's super easy to boil rice. It just makes it easier. So much easier to boil the rice, you know? It just is. Because I thought about getting the rice cooker, but I'm like, that's another appliance. And I don't want another appliance in my kitchen. I have a really nice, roaster oven that I used for a long time. And he's actually living out on the patio because I just don't have room for him right now. My house, after I cleaned things out a while back. I think I'm going to do another declutter zone thing because I know some people are like, you should try and donate or give away everything. Well, I looked at some things and I don't know why, but for some reason it wasn't mine. I have a 1997 version of the Titanic on VHS and I don't have a VHS player. And I really don't want to watch Titanic. I might just throw it away because I know some people are like, well, you can donate anything and everything, but no. Like, there isn't really a demand for that, and I you can donate everything, but a lot of things they end up throwing away because, they can't use everything you donate. That's the sad truth. Like, people get really upset, but I'm like, if you want it to be, like, utilized by somebody who really wants it, rather than just donate it and make someone else, like, take care of it, do the work and find somebody who wants it. Like, that's the thing about, donating. I know people think like, oh, I want to donate books or clothes. Like if their clothes are in good shape, yeah, sure. But sometimes people donate really old clothes with stains and holes and they're just going to have to throw that away. They're not going to sit there and repair it. They just can't. See, it is so easy to dice up an onion yourself. You don't need a food processor to do it. You just need a nice big knife. And this ceramic knife, it's the best knife. Best knife. Okay. I'm going to get everything off my knifey knife though. I'm going to put all my ingredients in here. Okay. So this is where we get to have fun and do our experimentation. I'm so excited. So when I went to Food for Less a couple weeks ago, I did that big grocery haul and I haven't got into all of it. Well, one thing I bought was Mikey's sesame teriyaki sauce and the ingredients are really actually pretty good. It's soy sauce, salt, sugar, dried onion, fresh garlic, sesame seed oil, and fresh ginger. It's really basic. And I kind of am excited to try it out. So I'm going to put a generous amount in with the onions. And that might seem like a lot, but I'm going to add vegetables to it. So this is just the first part of the stir fry where I'm going to be stir frying it I'm going to get it started over here. Okay, so here I am. I'm over here now in this sector of the kitchen. And I'm going to really caramelize. What I'm going to do is I'll turn down the heat a bit, but I'm going to caramelize the onions in this. And the onions already caramelized really well on their own. But this will really, I think, will just be a nice, extra thing to add, And then I need a plate that I can put this on. So, it smells so good already. That sesame seed sauce. This stuff. Oh my gosh. This is good. It smells really good. It's sesame seed oil, sesame seed teriyaki soy sauce. Oh, this is such a good combo. This is a good combo, buddies. Really good. Wow. I'm liking it already. I'm like, this stuff's good. Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna really caramelize the onions in this. They're gonna be good. Okay. Moving back to our main sector, where we're gonna chop a cabbage. So we have a cabbage. It's an organic cabbage I bought a couple weeks ago. And I just thought, well, why not buy a cabbage, buddies? Cabbage lasts a long time. Cabbage is a great vegetable. But I always pull off the outer layer because, it's gone places. And I don't, if you want to eat the outer layer of it, you go ahead, buddies. You go right ahead, my friendly friends. Although one thing I did like about Food for Less's produce section is, like, it's always getting it back. Like, they have water, like, kind of coursing through it all the time. So that's pretty cool. Yummy, yummies. I already smell it. Okay. So here comes my cabbage. Like, I feel like I want a little bit of something, though. What do I want? What is the something I want? I want to take a drink of coffee. And this would freak most people out, but I want to have some of my grapefruit with it. This bittersweet tartness. Yeah. I love grapefruit. I'm all about the grapefruit life. Okay, so we're going to cut cabbage in sections. This is trash. That is trash. And we're going to clean as we go if we can. I'm not always good at it. But tonight I'm going to attempt to be a little bit more so. And this knife is great. Move it over there. All right, so now I have some of my chopped cabbage. And we're going to go over to my friendly, where I was kind of sauteing down my onion. We're going to add in our friend cabbage. Get it all in there. And stir fry it in. Down a bit. We'll be adding more as we go. Make sure everybody's wiped down and nice and clean to rejoin the fridge. But sometimes when I see something, I'm like, oh, I should clean this area. Yes, you should clean that area, that area, and that area, and that area, and you just clean as you go. And like here and here and here. Yes. Oh, and I need to wipe the cabbage up off the, like I dropped some cabbage on the floor. So I just am like, oh, I have cabbage on the floor. I need to wipe you up right now. And you just do it as you go. It makes it so simple. Like as you go. Everything is as I go, right? Alrighty, Rune. Now we need to do another section of cabbage to add to the stir fry. And I always like to add more layers in, even though I'm just eating my grapefruit right now. I'm like, you know what? I want to put some of the grapefruit juice in there. Give it more acid, like acidity. That's what I'm going to do. And then I'm over here. Clean up the area a bit. I'm going to go over here to my stir fry friend area. And I'm going to incorporate, let me turn up the heat again a little bit. I'm trying to get this new cabbage kind of just stirred in a little bit. Get it nice and hot. Kind of incorporate all the sauce I put at the bottom of the pan to start with into it. Keep it on high for a couple of minutes as that cooks down. And I'm going to do a little bit more cabbage. Another section of cabbage. So I'm over here kind of cooking down the cabbage that we do have in here, kind of wilting it in. Oh, yummy. I love it. So yummy. It's going to be so good. How's our rice going? Let's check on him and see. The cabbage really cooks down super fast. So some cabbage is more cooked than other parts of the cabbage, but I really like it that way. Just do when I do stir-fried cabbage. So here I have more stir-fried cabbage, and it needs to make its journey into the pan. So I'm going to gingerly put it in there as carefully as possible. So I just want to show you, I have more like fresh cabbage that has gone into the pan, and I kind of kept the heat up high, and I'm going to incorporate this so it can get the sauce on it. Get all that good flavor and just cook down as well. And there's oil in this sauce, so you don't have to add any extra oil. That's kind of cool. It's already like a soy sauce type concoction. Found this in the international section at Food for Less, where I found that really cool tahini. And then, do I have any chili pepper flakes? I'm not sure if I used the last of it. I think I still have some left, so I want to add some like crushed pepper to it, but I also have a fresh one that I want to chop up in there to give it like a spice kick. Like, I'm not going to do all three, but I'm going to do one of them at least. So here I am again, and I'm going to get one of my nice fresh peppers. It kind of takes me back to the days when I was growing peppers in my container garden. I kind of feel like I need to try doing that again sometime. Give him a bath, a nice little bath. This is spicy. I need to start eating my spicy peppers again. I haven't been doing it enough lately. It's kind of my thing. Thought on it. Okay, what else am I going to do? Next. I did make some soda stream, like soda thing. And whereas I don't love soda, sometimes if I cut up something really spicy, it's kind of nice because it cuts the spiciness. So I kind of think like having juice or soda, like you don't have to drink it all the time, but if you like to eat something spicy, it just kind of cuts it in your mouth so you can eat more of it. That's been my technique for years. get a lot of the cabbage. Like I go down the bottoms, buddies. Go down the bottoms, and I use the whole vegetable. I'm not gonna waste it. Like I can't eat the stem. It cooks down, my buddy friend, and it's actually really tender if you just cook it. You just have to cook it. I kind of need more space though, so I can take it to the stove and trips. Oh God, it just went up at me. So I'm gonna feed it to the pan in like small trips, so I don't waste any or spill as much as I did not first go. And I'm gonna try and use all of the cabbage. I'm gonna try. Okay, here we are. I'm going to incorporate the cabbage into the pan. Yum, yum, yum. When it gets farther down, I'm going to try something else. There's something else I've been having, like kind of a interest in trying. I just want to coat all of the cabbage. Turn up the heat a little bit more. I'm going to coat all of the cabbage in that sauce. And it kind of helps because the cabbage is water-based, and then it's frying and sauteing and cooking down. It's going to be really nice. And then you have some cooked like cabbage in it, and then you have some red cabbage just a little bit more on the raw side. I just love it. I like doing it in batches like that. This is the inner part of the cabbage that people like scoff at, but I eat the whole thing, buddies. I eat the whole thing. It's so delicious when it's cooked down and chopped up. Just be patient. Go to town with your knife. Chop, chop, chop. I'm not always in the mood to cook. Like it has to be on a day off. Like I know some people are like, but I don't know. By the time I get home from work and then walking home from work, because I've been walking more lately, I feel like sleepy time tea hound. So I like to cook on a day off. That's just how I am. Because I don't like to rush. Like I know some people are all about the 30-minute meal thing and the 30-minute meal life, or just like the fast meal prep. But I just don't, because I'm not I don't know. I just don't enjoy that. But I'm thinking this is what I want to do. I need to prep things more. And okay, I saw this TikTok video. It actually gave me an idea about making like just burritos. And I know that I could make burritos all the time, but I really just need to do that. Like, but I'll need to buy the tortillas and whatnots to do all that. So I'm gonna go put this part in to cook down with the rest of my cabbage. And once I've put some extra cabbage in, just to kind of show you, it's smelling so good, by the way, because of that sesame seed teriyaki sauce. Oh my gosh. Then you kind of just like can keep folding it in like this. Ooh, I'm liking this. It's really good. I want to get all of the cabbage into the sauce. Get you all in there. Here's an errant piece of cabbage. Let's get in. Get you in. That's why even if I started out with a lot of sauce at the beginning, it was like a base, okay? And now I'm going to chop some more cabbage. Like doing it in these little increments makes it easier, you know? I think this part just looks too dirty. I know, like, some people are like, but the dirtier it is, yes, that means it's a good vegetable. I get you. But I don't want to eat dirt, okay? It doesn't taste very yummy eating dirt. But yes, you're right. I totally understand. Like, a vegetable that's dirty means it was grown in good soil. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I know it's a good thing. I don't want to eat the dirtiest part of the veggie. So I'm going to clean you, mister. You have to. I just have to clean it. I like to get nice, small, little pieces. This knife, I think, was a game changer because I always used to be like scared of like bigger knives. Because to me, this is kind of a big knife, but the fact that it's ceramic, it's still sharp, but I really like it. I just like this ceramic knife, and I'm trying to treat it very like delicately by not putting it in the dishwasher because usually I like to put everything in the dishwasher. It gives it a good sanitizing type thing. I love my dishwasher. You know, you want to do every dish by hand and only have like a plate, a spoon, and a fork and live the minimalist dish life. You do it, buddies, but just because I'm single doesn't mean I'm going to live a minimalist life like for your pleasure. As I say, I'm not a minimalist and I'm not a hoarder. I feel like there is no middle way anymore when it comes to anything. So that's just how I do it. I opt for the middle way, the cabbage way. Okay, so I'm going to let me turn it. It's really, really super hot, I would say, at this point. Just turn down the fire a little tiny. Ooh. Touch. Look at the steam coming off this. This is a good stir fry because it's so steamy. Oh yeah. I'm gonna let it cook down more. Turn the heat up a bit more. Get it nice. I want it to cook down, you see. I don't know. I just like a little bit of acid in it, so I'm gonna put some more of the grapefruit in there. Just give it more acidity. Why not? Okay, so we're almost to the final part of cutting up that big giant cabbage. I'm never gonna do the meal prep services, and this is why. Like everybody reviews those meal prep services, but I think they're laughing at us when they're sending that stuff out. Okay, my sister worked at one for 3 days, and they're so weird. Okay, she worked at the Home Chef one, and they're so weird. First off, they didn't even pay her, which really annoys me. Like she did it through some temp agency, and she had to 2 times try and apply to get her paycheck, and she never got paid by them. And she worked for Home Chef for 3 days, and they did not pay her. Yeah, Home Chef, like, I don't know. I guess, like, their rationale is, oh, you only came in for 3 days. But they're still supposed to pay you for working. Working's not free. So that was the one thing I thought was really weird about it. And she said they're so weird. Like they would have you chop up onions or make this sauce and only put this little bit of sauce. And I just don't understand the allure of meal prep. People are like, it saves so much time, but you don't really get much food out of it. Like, okay, buddies, I know you don't want to spend time chopping, but even if you didn't want to spend time chopping, you can go to the grocery store and there's literally like these prepackaged salads and prepackaged stir fries or just even frozen things. And they're not really that bad. And it's the same ding dong thing as the meal prep kit that you're going to pay like 5 times as much for. It's just ridiculous. And it's not even, and everything that people show out of the meal prep kits, they don't look like delicious. Like, they don't look like, oh wow, like that's gourmet. So I don't really understand at the end of the day, like, what are you proving by, and you still have to make it, by the way. You still have to prepare the whole thing. So if you don't want to chop like a cabbage, I think it's fun to chop a cabbage, honestly. And I'm always saying I want to get back into doing more food prep. I know I always say that, but I actually do mean it. And I am making food right now. I just don't always want to do it on a day I'm working because, like I said, I'm not one of these people that likes to do 30-minute meals. I just don't. That is not my Big Kelly jam. But anyhow, what I do like is this. I do like actually just not spending that much money. I can't understand like who would spend so much money on those meal prep kits. Please. Who are they? Who are these people? This is the best knife ever. If you want a new knife, and you're at Walmart or wherever you shop. Walmart has really, I like Walmart because they have a little bit of everything. They have groceries. They have, flatware. They have clothes. They have a little bit of everything. But this knife just makes it so easy to chop everything in nice, small pieces, which I really like. I like to get vegetables kind of chopped up finely because I just think if you do it like to where they're a little bit more finely chopped, they're going to cook through more uniformly. I'm not a fan of rough chopping, and I feel like people are like, well, you can rough chop things like if you're in a rush, and that's the only thing about cooking. I don't like to feel like I'm in a rush, so I don't get the whole 30-minute meal thing. I just don't get it. I'm not a fan of it. Actually, I just my mom used to like to watch like the 30-minute meal stuff. I just didn't really like it because it was very meat centric. I don't know. I just like YouTube these days because you can find videos about anything you want to cook. And there's just a lot of things on the internet. I think that's okay. It's just better. It's more my grape jelly jam. I don't even have like a cable subscription. I got rid of Netflix. Like everybody's saying recently that, like they've gone to other things besides Netflix. Well, here's this. This is the thing about Netflix that I don't find interesting. I'm done. I don't want to watch a show every week, okay? Well, I'm kind of watching a show now, but it's a different kind of show. I'm watching Magnificent Century, okay? So, Magnificent Century is actually a pretty good show. It's a Turkish telenovela type show, I guess. I mean, it's different. It's a Turkish style. Like, the Turks are just so expressive with their eyes. I love it. Like, even if you don't speak Turkish, you can pick up on a lot of things because of the, like, just how expressive they are as actors. Oh, my gosh. And then, talk about eye candy. I'm on episode 90. And what's the name of the actor who plays Bali Bay? Oh, my gosh, man. He's just hot. He's hot. He's hot, hot, hot. And Marima's like sneaking notes to him, writing notes, and Rustem. Oh my gosh, Rustem. Creepers. Like he's so creepy because like he's jealous that, okay, this is all fictionalized. This is the drama section. Don't get mad. Don't get mad. Don't come for me. I don't know how many people are going to be watching it that are like talking about the most historical part of Turkish history. But anyway, don't come for me. If you're mad about that show, I like that show. You don't have to watch it. A lot of Turkish people like that show. A lot of people internationally. It actually has a really big following. And it's just so interesting to find out that Halit and Meryem, like the main actors who played Suleiman and Harem, they speak English and Turkish. And I don't know how many languages Halit speaks, but he speaks English and Turkish. You know that. And how many American actors speak another language and do interviews? Like, did you ever see Brad Pitt do an interview in French or Arabic? No, you're not going to see that. So it's just kind of cool, like, to see how they're very, they just seem very educated, and I kind of like it. And I'm just tired of, like, I don't know, like, what American show? I was watching the Korean shows for a while. I really loved Crash Landing on You. That was my favorite one. But otherwise, I'm just really, really, really liking Turkish shows. Valley Bay. Can I have me some Valley Bay, please? Like, oh my gosh. You don't need a man in your life. You just need to watch Turkish soap opera and salivate over Valley Bay. It's so true. But I have to look his name up. I'll look it up later. It was I don't want to get it wrong. But if you watch Magnificent Century, you know. So like I stopped watching it for a while because it's a big time commitment. First off, it's in another language, so you have to read all the captions, and sometimes I rewind things because I want to know exactly what they said, because I want to pick up on the exact context. And I'm not always in the mood to watch a show. So watching a show is a commitment for me. And now I realized I had some other things I can add to my little stir fry. Oh yay! I have my crumber grillers. This is what I do. I know some people like think you have to microwave it first or whatever. No, I just kind of. I could have let it thaw first, but I didn't do that, did I? So it's pretty hot. I'm just gonna start adding it in like small portions. And kind of let it defrost. Kind of let it grate it in. Onion. Ooh, my rice is starting to boil. Yay, my rice is boiling. I love it. I love when my rice starts to boil. Yay. I love to boil rice. It's so much easier. It makes it so easy. I know some people don't like the texture of boiled rice, but I love to boil rice. It just makes it so much easier to cook rice, buddies. I think I forgot to put salt into my rice, though. Where did I put my salt? That's a good question. Not sure where I put my salt. Where did my salt go? Salt! Where are you, Mr. Salt? He's quite salty about it. Well, I might just season it later with some of that sauce, maybe. Actually, I know what I can do. I have a thought. When I get my crumbles kind of... I don't want my rice overly salted, so I still have some, like from a month ago when we went to Waba Grill. It's been like a month, and I still have these packets of stir fry in my fridge. Stir fry. I mean, teriyaki, soy sauce, whatnot. I need my knife, my scissors. Where are my friendly scissors? I like to cut things open. It's just my preference. Like, I cut everything open. I'm just going to add the soy sauce to the rice. Make it a little salty. It doesn't have to be super salty in my view. That's okay. I don't need it super salty. And we're letting the rice cook for a while. It's not done yet for some time. And maybe I can still cut up some fresh other things to add to the stir fry. I don't know. We'll see. What else I can add? I have some bell pepper. I was thinking about maybe cutting that up to add towards the end. Let's cut down a bit more. Okay, the cabbage really like cooked down, and I like that. I really like it. It's like really stir fried. I mean, it's not exactly sauerkraut, but you could kind of argue maybe it's a little sauerkrauty. I don't know. It kind of has that vibe, right? Wipe off the counter a bit. And by the way, do not throw garbage in your garbage disposal. Just PSA. I know I've been seeing some videos on YouTube where people think like Americans can throw any kind of garbage in the garbage disposal. You know, even putting a little bit of vegetables down there is going to clog it up eventually. And especially if you put like chicken bones, you cannot put everything down the garbage disposal. Throw it in the trash can. The only thing the garbage disposal is good for is, let's say a tiny bit of food ended up in the sink and you have a dishwasher. I think it's just good to keep your sink like well functioning, because sometimes if you do run your dishwasher, it will kind of come up into the sink a little bit. In apartments that don't have fancy plumbing, I'm sorry, that's just how apartments are built. They're built a little bit on the cheaper side, okay? I know people think everything is built like luxuriously. Well, even tract homes are built like that, okay? The plumbing is not always the best, and so the only thing the garbage disposal really does is kind of just keep. Okay, so that is really boiling away. Ooh, my rice is really boiling away. Yeah, I like it. And then the stir fry is really frying up. And it has like these vegan crumbles in it now. The cabbage is going to be so good. Yum, yum, yum. I want to make some little baby bell peppers to cut up with it. Anyway, I've been watching Magnificent Century, and it's just so, like, it's my thing right now. I'm back on it. I kind of want to start watching Magnificent Century Cosm. Gosh. I mean, I just want to channel Cosm, okay? She's kind of, I don't want to be Cosm, but just her attitude and, like, the mindset and just, like, oh, I love it. Give me. Anyway, like I said, you could be single for the rest of your life and watch hot guys on the Turkish soap opera. I mean, I don't know. It's everything you need. Like, that's all you need, right? You just need to see the cute guy. It's pretty hot. My obsession with Turkish soap operas is in full swing again. Prime time sweet bell pepper. Prime time. Distributed by Coachella, California. It's prime time produce. I don't know. I bought it a week ago at a 99 only store. But it's prime time, my friend. It's prime time. This is prime time to use it. Let's cut it up. This one I kind of rough chop because they're, I don't know. I fine chopped everything else, but this part I'm just like, I don't even know how many I'm going to add in. Let me try one. Yummy, yummy. It's so good. I love a sweet bell pepper. Yum, yum. We actually make a really good snack. I could just eat on these things. And no, I don't de-seed my peppers or anything. I just put the seeds out there. I eat it. I eat the whole vegetable. Like, why not? Tastes good. You might not like it. You don't have to do that. Oh, it comes in this cute little package and you can seal it right back up. I just wanted a couple. It's only... Yeah. Oh, right. All right. So I'm going to add them to my pan. All right. Let me add you in. Ooh. And see, even if you don't de-seed them, some of the seeds come out on the cutting board anyway. I don't mind bell pepper seeds. If you don't like it, don't put it in. Am I going to watch more of my Turkish soap opera? Why am I calling it? It is a soap opera, okay? It ain't drama. It's a soap opera. It's just because it might be based on historical events, but it's not really. And the bad thing is I keep watching previews of like what's going to happen. Well, I already know what happens, like history, but they have their own like take on historical events, which is pretty funny. Ooh, nice and fluffy. Boiled rice really does get fluffy. Love it. Ooh, you are a nice boiled fluffy rice. And the great thing about it is you don't have to worry. Just cook it off. The sauce really gave this like a brown color flavor. But I don't know. It's good. I like it. I do. No complaints from me. Yeah, buddies. Yeah, this is pretty good. And I've never had pulled pork. I want to eat pork anyway. Nasty. Nasty. Can I say nasty? Nasty. But I've heard that like the crumbles kind of have that pulled pork texture. You're probably gonna say no because you're, I don't know, you don't eat vegan stuff, but it kind of has that texture from what I've been told. I don't know what the texture is because I've never ate pork. And I never would and I never will. Even back when I ate meat, the only meat I ate was like some chicken or turkey. And that was becoming so hard towards the end. In 2013, I haven't eaten meat since then. No more meat in my life. You always know a man's kind of ignorant, though, when he's not into ever trying anything vegetarian. Because even men who eat meat will be like, oh, Julia, like, you're vegetarian, vegan. Like, I tried something that was vegan. Just looking back, when you talk to men who never try, like, a vegetable dish, I'm like, what weird planet are you from? Okay, just, you don't get all, like, been out of shape. That's just my opinion. If you want to eat just steak, you do it. You do you, my friendly friend. I'm not gonna, like, take your joy away. Another rice. rice a little bit. My rice superhero has made me a big pan of rice that lasts like a week. Thank you, Ricey superhero. Stir fried. Yum, yum, yummies. Can't wait to try you. Okay, I think I've cooked that part well enough. My rice is pretty much cooked down. So I'm basically gonna make myself like a rice bowl, like stir-fried rice bowl, kind of like you get at the restaurants or fast food place, wherever you get it. You can DIY it yourself by just taking a little bit of rice on the bottom, and then you can take your cabbage stir fry. And I'm totally going to stir it up, but look, ooh, it's so hot. And I'm not going to eat it that hot. Look at all the steam coming off of it. Do you see that? It's steamy. Ooh, you're steamy. You could kind of like, why do people pay for like these facial services when you could kind of just steam in your vegetables, you know? You could. So this one ended up being kind of brown looking because it has a soy sauce, sesame sauce in it, but I'm happy to try it once it cools off. So yeah, that was me making cabbage stir fry just as I go. I didn't pre-plan that. It was just a fun little stir fry. And now I'm going to eat it. Thanks for watching.